It's a loss. It's a loss, but I'm taking the lifeline. I don't care what y'all say. If you're an Arsenal fan watching this video, I don't care what you say. I'm taking this lifeline. I'm sorry. I'm taking this. I mean, yeah. Arsenal was the better team. That's a fact right there. You go by stats, you go by gameplay, you go by how to play, you go by the players, you go by the midfield trio. I mean, Arsenal was just the better team. And yet we had to rely on a player who we all believe is not capable of being our starting left winger to have individual moments in scoring a brace, scoring two goals. Dos. Ichi, ni right there just for us to have a hope or at least a lifeline in the second leg for us to possibly beat Arsenal in the Emirates. I'll be honest, this game did not start out good for us. It did not start out good for us in any way, shape, or form. I think the lineup was okay. I mean, Rhys James is out. Cole Palmer is out. Caicedo is suspended, so therefore he's out. And we had Anche Pong as a right back, Andres Santos and Enzo Fernandez, right? And then Jao Pedro as the number 10, and Giyu has our number 9. I mean, I think this was a good opportunity to see how Giyu would play and all that. And quite frankly, the whole team just played bad. Sanchez played bad, man. As a goalie, he was just not. I don't know. Like those first two goals that Arsenal scored could have been avoided, bro. Those goals could have been avoided. I don't know how Sanchez could not get his hands on any of those first two goals, bro. He allowed Gyokeres blank nine, who cannot stand shoulder to shoulder with King Von or Mbappe or Haaland, to have a goal and an assist against us, Chelsea, bro. It feels like this guy popped his cherry in having a goal and an assist against us, the Blues. Like what? Huh? I mean, I think first minute started within 7 minutes. Arsenal got a corner kick, and Declan Rice shot the ball in, and Sanchez failed to get his hand on the ball, and Ben White was just right behind him to just tap the ball in. Like if Sanchez could have, like the way he even positioned himself to try to punch the ball out was so poor, bro. That was poor positioning. Using one hand like on some Kanye West, Father stretch my hands. Like, what the hell is that, Sanchez? What was that? That was so poor for us, man. That was so poor coming from him. I think there was also a moment in the first half where João Pedro had a chance to make this 1-1, but it just failed and went for a goal kick, just a couple inches right in front of Kepa, and the Arsenal defenders was just shielding and hoping the ball will, just quietly go out for a goal kick, and it was a goal kick. Now, here's the one thing that matters that had to be talked about. We need to work on trying to play out from the back because Arsenal believe that if they high press us, we're going to commit a lot of mistakes, and that was what happened. I thought that under Enzo Maresco, we were doing a good job, you know, trying to play out from the back, and we were getting better at it. But in this game against Arsenal, maybe because Arsenal is just a whole different team right now, because I said this in my preview. Arsenal is the best team in the Premier League and in the Champions League. The stats shows it. The win-loss record shows it. The inform shows it. The gameplay, the game performance shows it. Arsenal is the best team right now, bro. And you have to be prepared to understand that you cannot afford any mistakes, and you have to be very careful on where you choose to foul an Arsenal player around the box because they are deadly from a set piece, and we noticed that first goal was from a set piece. Anytime we're trying to play out from the back, it's not like Arsenal is just ball winning us or dispossessing us. We're mistiming passes is way off course, allowing the the other Chelsea players to run back and grab the ball from it going out of bounds. It was so bad from us, bro. I don't know what we were trying to do. I'm like, okay, let's just switch to a long ball because, dog, my blood pressure was rising. And I'm young. I felt like I was about to get a hypertension, bro, because us trying to play off on the back was just not working. Arsenal was so good at pressing us and being able to just not even just try to make us make a wrong pass and make a mistake for an Arsenal throw in was enough for Arsenal. Because that's the whole point of pressing. Whole point of pressing is not just trying to win the ball back or trying to dispossess. It's you just folding under pressure, being shook once on some mob deep shit. And that's what happened. That was what we saw against in Chelsea against Arsenal. I was like, okay, you know what? Either way, despite how Arsenal was dominating us, despite how they had more shots on target, you know what I'm saying? They had more XG. The good thing was it was 1-0 in the first half, so at least we're leaving the first half with just one goal, with a one goal deficit. Maybe something else can be worked on, you know? I was on Twitter clowning Gyokeres for only having 9 touches in the box. Zero chance creation, zero goals, zero assists, just 9 touches in the box. And I was clowning this motherfucker, bro. Calling him blank nine. Doesn't deserve to stand shoulder to shoulder with King Vaughn. Can't shoot. He closes his eye when he's trying to shoot. Around the 50th minute, a goal that could have easily have been avoided. Sanchez could have catch that ball. I don't know how that ball went under Sanchez, bro. Sanchez had a chance to catch that freaking ball. And Gyokeres had a freaking goal, bro, against us, Chelsea. Popped his cherry, you know. It's no longer a virgin when it comes to scoring a goal against us, Chelsea. I was like 2 goals down. I was like, oh my gosh, this is not looking good at all. This is not looking good at all, bro. Because right now, it's just giving Arsenal more confidence. It's giving Arsenal more belief that, and is allowing them to not even try to be defensively compact. They can just all come out and try to score even more goals, bro. And substitution was made. Luckily, Liam did it changes because that was what we needed. Badia Shield and Ganacho came on. So I was really happy for that. It was kind of weird how you know why I was wondering why is Giyu you're taking Giyu off and bringing on Badia Shield. Was there a specific reason why? Because it was a very interesting substitution, you know? Um very interesting very interesting substitution. And Ganacho came and I mean like what around the 50th 57th minute, right? Lovely cross, chest the ball, bang, shot it in. That was beautiful. I got up out of my seat, bro. I was so happy that we were able to score one goal back because we needed to score a goal, bro. We had to score a goal, and now it was a lovely, lovely touch he did. Chest the ball, one shot. That's how you do it. Don't take too many touches because when you're taking too many touches, you are allowing the Arsenal defenders or an Arsenal player to close up on you, and now the range, the movement, like how you want to take your shot is already has already been shut down. So it was a good thing. It was a very, very good thing that he was able to just be very quick with it. Chest the ball, shoot the ball. That's it. 2-1. I was like, okay, you know what? We're finally back in this game. We have a lifeline. If only we can just find a way to equalize it, or at least let's not concede another goal. 70 around the 70th minute. Zubimendi 1-2 pass with Gyokeres. Bang, bang. Drifting down through the middle of the box. Shot the ball. There you go. 3-1 Arsenal. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. This defense needs to be sorted out. I know that this Arsenal team is the cream of the cream right now. They are the creme de la creme right now. They are the best team. I've said it. I've always been saying it. Based on the standings in the Premier League, based on the standings in the Champions League, they are the best team in Europe right now, bro. And they are showing that. Zubimendi. So not only Gyokeres, but Zubimendi gets to score his first goal against us. Like what? We have three players: Ben White, Gyokeres, Zubimendi, pop that cherry against us. Scored the first goal against us, bro. It wasn't from Bukayo Saka, wasn't Declan Rice, wasn't Odegaard, was not Martinelli, wasn't Trossard, wasn't Gabriel. But three players who have never scored a goal against us, bro. Really crazy to me. Really crazy. And I was looking like, man, I don't see any hope. I don't see us trying to win. I don't see us trying to do anything at all. A lot of substitution was being made from both teams. Cucurella came on. Cucurella had a stinker. He had a poor game. Like he was very horrible at trying to overlap. Failed to overlap with Ganacho. Failed to overlap with Pedro, failed to overlap with Pedro Neto. It was just poor all around, man. Like a lot of the Chelsea boys was just poor this game. It feels like we still don't know how to just move as a team. Whereas Arsenal is so good at moving as a team that they are able to do what they have to do to score based on team goals or maybe if possible rely on individual brilliance. So at least they have that going out. They have those two to rely on. Us, we can't rely on a teamwork goal. We can't rely on a team goal. We're relying on individual brilliance, and that's what happened. Ganacho scored a brace and the 83rd minute. Shout out to Esteval, beating Timber, went out for a corner kick. There you go. Corner kick taken. Ganacho at the back post, shot the ball in, one touch volley. That's how you do it. It's 2-3. I was just happy because at least we have, reduced the deficit. So even as long as we just don't score another and we just keep the game like this, I am fine with this. We kept the game like this, but at the same time, if you're a Chelsea fan, you know that this game could have been 5-2 because there was a lot more chances that Arsenal could have scored a lot more goals, man. They had 3 point something XG, 3.0, 3.1 XG. That tells you that they could have scored a lot more goals, and we had less than 1.0 xg. So we basically weren't even trying. We couldn't even make Kepa walk like that, bro. It was individual moments that we got from Ganacho, who came on from the bench. Either way, like I said, I'm not gonna be too hard on Liam, our Chelsea manager, and I don't expect Chelsea fans to be hard on him as well. He's only been here for 2 weeks. He's coached 2 matches and he's done 15, 25 interviews. I see him on BBC, I see him on TNT, I see him on CBS, I see him on the Chelsea football interview. I'm like, damn, this brother is doing more interviews than possibly being a coach, man. He's done more interviews than he has coached for Chelsea right now. So he has a lot to work out. He has a lot to work out. If you're as Arsenal fans got the W, but I think they'll be so disappointed that they consider those 2 goals because those 2 goals was from individual moments, specifically from Ganacho. So it wasn't like it was a teamwork or like we were able to, get on the groove and find a way to move the ball and score a goal. No, we were not able to do that. We struggled to get the ball out of our first half because Arsenal was pressing Chelsea so well that most of the pressing was just leading to bad passes, misplaced passes, mistimed passes, leading to turnovers and throw-ins for Arsenal, to have a chance to score more goals. So I'm really, really not happy with the performance that Chelsea had, but I think Arsenal will also be disappointed with them with the defense and them conceding, which is understandable because Timber was a left back, and then you had Ben White on the or who was on the right back. But the thing was, Ben White doesn't hasn't played a lot of games, and we know that Ben White defensively he's not as good as Timber or Califiori or Incapia. But when it comes to moving forward, that's where his bread and butter is at. So it's understandable how Garnacho was able to score those two goals from that left wing because he was going up against Ben White. Basically, that's basically what it was, right? So it's not like we faced the 100% defense of Arsenal, where it will be Calafiori and Timber in his rightful position. But either way, I am fine with with the lifeline. Not, I'm not fine with the score line, but I am fine with the lifeline, and I do hope that we can be better and get and on February 3rd, we can just hopefully see what we can do against Arsenal at the Emirates because right now this Arsenal team is a juggernaut. They can play as a team and they can give you individual moments. All right, guys, you tell me what you guys think about, Liam coaching it's against a very strong side like Arsenal, and you tell me what you guys think about it. You think that maybe if we had Rich James and Caicedo, maybe the game would have turned out different. If we had Cole Palmer, the game would have turned out different. You guys tell me. I appreciate it, y'all. Right now, I'm still watching Nigeria versus Morocco, and this game might go to penalties, but let's see what happens. All right, peace out, y'all.